So the next podcast that we're going to do with a student who has kind of an interesting podcast, her show is all about swimming. Swimming is a sport, behind the scenes, what's it all about, some insight. And sometimes she does an interview with some students who are on the team, students that are on the girls' team, students on the boys' team, her coach. We're going to listen to it here, but will give you some great insight into the sport, what's happening with Herricks, and just some information so that people can learn more about such an intense sport that really these students put a lot into. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it along to them.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Swimming as a Sport. I'm Ashley, and each week I tell you about swim stuff that you may not know. This is episode 1 for December 21st, 2023. So last episode, I reviewed a little about the layout of the pool, the strokes, and who I am as a swimmer. And today I have a swimmer from my own club team here with me today.
Hi.
I will be interviewing Avery about what competitive swimming is like and their opinions of events. I will be sharing thoughts along with Avery. So let's get started. So Avery, what are some hard parts of swimming in training terms?
Sometimes you get really tired and breathing is hard.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, because breathing in swimming, we have to hold our breath to go faster. Or sometimes it may not make you faster, but breathing and holding your breath for underwaters and swimming is really hard. So Avery, what do you enjoy most about swimming events, like meets, practices, and dryland?
I like meets because I can make best times and it pushes me to work harder. And then I like practice because you get to swim with friends, which makes you more competitive, and they also make it more fun. And then drylands because you can work harder and get stronger.
Completely agree with you. What is your favorite stroke and why?
My favorite stroke is breaststroke because it's kind of like the easiest out of the three back, fly, and free. But free I gotta put at second.
Yeah, I agree with you because breaststroke is literally fire and it's so good. It's also my favorite stroke. So Avery, what types of events are there, like sprint, mid-distance, and long distance?
So there's a 50 free and a 100 free that you can swim of each stroke, and that is sprint. Also the 200 is also sprint. There's a 400 and a 500, which is mid-distance, and then there's an 800, 1,000, and the mile that are long distance.
Yeah. What types of events are you good at, like in terms of sprint, mid-distance, long distance?
I think I'm good at 200 free, which is sprint, and then maybe 100 of one of the strokes, which are sprint.
So, this swimmer has been swimming with me for a while, and training with her really helps. So, how does training with competitive teammates make you faster?
It makes you faster because they push you to go faster or work harder so you get stronger.
Avery, in your opinion, what do you think is the hardest stroke for most people?
I think the hardest stroke could be backstroke because you have to float on your back and then you also have to kick harder.
Yeah. Well, in my opinion, I think fly is the hardest because you have to kick and you have to bring all your whole body out of the water with both of your hands, and sometimes making a rhythm to swim is really hard. And fly is a pretty hard stroke to breathe and to swim fast. And in my swimming, my fly is one of my worst strokes.
Same.
Yeah. It's one of the worst strokes for a lot of people, but some people are actually pretty good at it. What's the difference of club teams and varsity teams?
The difference between club teams and varsity teams, so basically varsity, it's not all year round, and the meets are kind of easier, but then also you only have only one coach to coach you, so it's kind of hard with her working with all the swimmers. But then for club, you have a lot more coaches and a lot more people, so it's also hard. But then varsity also has diving, which takes a long time, 15 minutes, and obviously club has no diving. It's only racing.
Yeah, I completely understand that there's one coach and it might be a little hard. Are there different suits that you use in swimming?
Yes, there actually are. So there's practice suits and meet suits. So for practice suits, some brands are like Jolin, Speedo, and TYR, and they cut in like a lot more. And then for meet suits, it's also Speedo and TYR. That's what most people wear though. So there's a lot of different types of suits. Like there's an open back and a closed back and a laser suit. And also these suits are only for meets because they're really hard to put on, and who would want to wear these to practice? So basically, the knee skin is just like a regular woman's suit. It goes like all the way up your body, obviously, and it's really tight, but it goes above your knees.
Yeah, the knee skins are actually pretty hard to put on if you have a small suit, but small suits for knee skins will make you faster. Are there other types of knee skins that you can use?
Yeah. So for Speedo, it comes in open back and closed back. So closed back is usually used for backstroke, but I guess you could use it for any other event too. And then the lasers are mostly for younger kids, but older kids can wear them too.
Do you have any of these?
Yeah, I actually have a Speedo open back suit. Oh, and I also have lasers and aqua blades. They usually come in a lot of different colors though.
And I actually have one knee skin and a couple lasers and aqua blades. And my knee skin is just the laser type. It's for like younger kids like Avery said. I think we are just about out of time on our episode on swimming. Okay, so where can you find us? Information about this show and more can be found at Twitter and Instagram with the name @Herricks Studios. You can find this podcast on your favorite app by searching for Herricks Studios. If you would like to leave us a review, please do so on Apple Podcasts, and we might read it on the show. This podcast is a production of Herricks Studios with Mr. Heit in Content Creation Foundation's 8th grade elective. The views and opinions expressed in these recordings do not necessarily reflect the views or position of Herricks School District. I think we are just about out of time on our show on swimming. Thank you for letting me interview you, Avery, and that's going to do it for me and for Avery. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.